Hello and welcome to Cool Schools. I'm Bob Driscoll. This is the show where we talk about anything happening in schools across Central New York. Today we're joined by Carlena Wallace and her coach Sarah from Fabius Pompey. Thank you both for joining us.
Thanks for having
Thank
us.
you for having us.
Now the reason we're having you on, Carlena, you recently scored 1,000 points. We'll get into detail about that, but first I want to have you both kind of introduce yourselves to us. Carlena.
Yeah, my name's Carlena Wallace. I am from Fabius Pompey. I was born there. I'm a senior in high school, and I play basketball, soccer, and I'm going to run track this year.
Soccer, that was my sport back in high school.
Yeah.
I love soccer.
Great one.
Coach?
Yeah, my name is Sarah Virgil. I'm the girls varsity basketball coach at Fabius Pompey. I'm also a special education teacher in the district, and I actually graduated from Fabius myself.
And how long have you been coaching there?
Off and on, I've been boys and girls coach. I've had various roles for the school. I believe around 10 years for the girls varsity basketball program, but I've coached boys JV basketball, boys modified soccer as well.
Now, Carlena, the reason we brought you on, obviously, the 1,000th point you recently scored. Can you tell us a little bit about that moment and how it went down?
Yeah, it was, I think, third quarter, a few minutes left in our first game, which was really fun to open the season on. It was a great team win, too, but 1,000 points was awesome. I had struggled a little bit, I think, in the beginning of the game. Nerves were there, but my community was there to support me, so that was awesome. And then third quarter, I kind of drove to the rim, and it went in, and it was a really fun moment to celebrate with my team, my coaches. My family came down to the floor, and then we finished the game on a team win, so that was really nice.
That is an amazing way to open up a season. It kind of gives you momentum, like going throughout the whole year.
Yeah, I'm really excited about it. I think it'll help us kind of start on the right foot is always just a great positive thing.
I wanted to ask you, when you knew you were getting close to that number, what went through your mind? But you had like the summer and the fall to think about it, right? You knew you were closing in on that. What did that build up feel like?
Yeah, so the fall and the summer, obviously I played soccer, but I still went to the gym every day, got in our gym, and then I just looked up at that banner every single day and was like, I need to get there this year as soon as I can. So the beginning of the game was stressful, but as it was our first game, so always a little bit nerve-wracking, but we figured it out as a team, and my team just kind of helped build me up, and then I didn't even realize how close I was till I was like driving to the basket, and I was like, I think this is my 1,000th point. So that definitely was a spur of the moment thing, but we had a counter on the wall, so I kind of knew. I wasn't paying attention to it though.
Was there a feeling of excitement or more like relief when it was over? Like, okay, I've reached this goal now.
I think it was definitely a little bit of both, but I was super excited. I've been working for this for a while, and the relief, it took a little bit of pressure off my shoulders, but we had a fourth quarter to finish out and a game to win, so that was still in the forefront of my mind. Now,
Coach, your role in this had to be just as exciting, right? Like, as a coach, what was it like seeing her reach that goal?
Yes, it was an amazing accomplishment. Definitely pressure
Yeah.
for her. We had a few conversations. I actually tried to avoid speaking about it, knowing how much pressure she had put on herself for it. And it was just amazing to see her accomplish it. And like she said, the community rallied around her. It was a special moment for everybody involved at the school. But yeah, just trying to be as supportive as possible. Yeah. We had a couple brief interactions throughout the game to kind of, relax, catch our breath, and get back on track. And we knew it was going to happen, so that was the best part.
And now you've got the rest of the season to reach up to 2,000, right?
Exactly.
Yeah,
make 2,000.
we're going to double it, might as well.
we got high hopes. Did you practice a lot of basketball as a kid? I can imagine this has been a passion of yours for a while, right?
Yes, I did. I kind of grew up in a basketball family. My dad always loved it. My older brothers, they loved it. They played it. And so I remember being little and playing in the driveway. And then, just even these past few years, my brother and I have been in the gym every single day together, whether that's literally at 11 p.m. or before school. So my dad was always there with us, helping us, and my mom was always supporting us. So that was a big thing.
Did I read that your brother also hit 1,000 points at one point?
He did, yes. 2 years ago. He scored it his senior year as well. So it's nice to have my name on a banner with his name.
And I think you mentioned this runs in the family. Your dad is a coach as well, right?
Yes, my dad is our JV boys basketball coach. So he's and he loves the game. It's very fun to play and have him support me with just the love and passion he has for the game.
So you probably don't get any off time, right? You're always thinking basketball, always talking basketball.
Yeah, but I love it. When we have a game and I come home after the game, we sit down at our kitchen table and talk about it, and that's one of my favorite parts of playing basketball.
Do you challenge each other as a family? A little driveway basketball, assuming we don't have a foot of snow out there.
We love some pigs, some 3-point competitions. My brother and I, even in Crocs, we'll just go out, throw up some shots, and it definitely gets very competitive, especially when my dad will pull in from work or my oldest brother will come home from work. We get really competitive.
Sounds like my brother and I growing up. We had the basketball hoop in the driveway, same thing.
Yeah, always out there.
Coach, when did you realize that she was a player that could reach such a milestone like this? Like, when did you realize that she was going to be a standout star?
Yeah, we decided to bring her in during her 8th grade year. At that point, we weren't sure if it was going to be JV or varsity, but it was pretty evident early on in the first couple of days of practice that she was pretty talented, and we needed those skills on the varsity level. So she came straight up to varsity and had an immediate impact.
That's awesome, and it's great to see that you've reached this number already with still so much of the season to go.
Yeah.
You obviously have to do a lot of practice and training and sacrifices. What goes into your daily routine to make sure that you're able to play at this level?
So on a typical day that we don't have a game, I actually wake up at 5:30 and I go to the gym and shoot at least 300 makes before the school day, from around 6 to 7 a.m. Not even a joke. And sometimes sometimes a coach will come in with me, sometimes my dad will come in with me, but most of the time it's by myself. I like being in the gym by myself, and then I go throughout my whole school day, sometimes play a little pickup basketball during gym class. Then we have practice with the team. Obviously, we're all there working hard. Go home, do some homework, and sometimes later at night, I'll go back to the school with my dad, or we'll talk basketball. I'll watch some film if we have a game the next day. So definitely a lot of basketball-oriented, but I love it.
Your energy inspires me, I'll tell you that. At 6 a.m., I'm staring at the TV half awake still, and you're
In the winter, it's tough.
Yeah, even in the winter, it's even more tough. About how many points do you score in an average game?
Last year, I think I averaged 18 or 19 points. I'm hoping to definitely increase that number this year, and I've been working pretty hard, so I'd like to see that continue to pay off, but probably around that 20, 25 area, something like that.
Now, 1,000 points seems like a really high level to reach, Coach. How rare is that for a student to achieve that?
That is pretty rare. We are kind of in a unique scenario in Fabius Pompey. We're a very small school, so a lot of players get to play multiple years on varsity, so that makes that a little bit more of an easier feat, but it's still very rare. I think we're about 50-50 with the group of boys and girls who have achieved that at our school. But yeah, it really shows the hard work and determination Carlena has put in during the season and off season.
Now, you hit that goal at the beginning of the season, first game. You've still got a long ways to go. What are you looking forward to the rest of the season? What do you hope the team accomplishes, you accomplish?
Yeah, I'm really liking – I love our team. Like, I love the drive we all have and stuff. We have some younger girls that are coming up, definitely already making an impact. They scored their first varsity points our first game, and they continued to build on that. So I think definitely a good run this year. I think we definitely have the potential to go sectional championship. We're in Class D this year, which helps us out because we are a pretty small school. But I'm just really excited for the potential of our team and playing as a team this year. We have some tough games, but I'm excited to see who comes out on top because I definitely think we can overcome some adversity.
Now, you mentioned it there with some younger players on the team, Coach. How important is it for these younger players to see her hit 1,000 points, to see her work ethic in practice and everything? How much of an impact does that have on the younger students on the teams?
Oh, it's incredible. Her teammates have been almost pushing it along a little bit more so
Yeah.
than even Carlena this year. They were just so excited to be a part of it, to help her achieve that. And we've been in the gym with these girls before because we, are such a small school. We practice with our JV squad the majority of the time. So they've seen her work. They've been working with her. So they were slightly a part of it even before this year started. But yeah, they've seen her day in and day out for multiple years, and I think that goes a long way for their motivation.
Okay, Carlena, I know some of the athletes I've talked to on the show over the past few months. I talked to some stars in Chittenango of soccer and stuff like that. They all have pre-game rituals they do to help them get in the zone. Do you do anything special before a game?
Yeah, I always listen to music before a game. I have a few songs that just I always think mad basketball is good basketball. Like if you're mad, you're gonna go out there and play your best. So a few songs that definitely get me hyped up. But before a game, I always bow my head in the locker room. I always pray. And even at halftime, if I'm having a bad game, I'm going to bow my head again and pray because that always gets me through. And I know I know God's going to pull through for me, so I just have to make sure I'm doing my part.
Well, your rituals seem to be working. You're off to a very good start this season, and your team is behind you. I saw the video when you scored the thousandth point. How important is it to have teammates that support you and that you support them? Like, how is your chemistry all working together?
Oh, it's awesome. I think that's like the most important part of a basketball team, your team chemistry. We all love each other. We're all great friends. A lot of my teammates ran up to me, hugged me, and stuff like that. They were so excited for me. I think that's a huge part of it because we just know each other, so we work well together, and that helps us on the floor, but it also helps us off the floor. We don't have problems or anything like that, and the team is just so kind and opening and welcoming to everybody, which has also been awesome to just have people that you know love you and are going to support you through a good game or a bad game.
Now, Coach, the kind of the same question to you. I remember back when I was in high school, the team, we kind of stuck together through the year, right? Like we tried to play off-season soccer and stuff like that together. How important is a team to stick? How important is it for a team to stick together, like on and off the court during the year? And how does that help build relationships?
Yes, it's incredibly important. And as Carlena mentioned, this group is very, very tight. We only have 2 returners to the varsity team. Everyone else is new. We have 8 new kids to the varsity level, but yet they have bonded together and they spend a lot of time together outside of the gym, which definitely plays a part in their cohesiveness and enjoying each other. And if they're having fun and enjoy being around each other, that translates big time onto the court.
Now, coaches notice everything, and especially in practice. We just talked about a little bit there, the work ethic and everything.
Mm-hmm.
How would you say she is during practice? Do you see her work ethic being strong? No pressure. I know she's sitting there next to you.
No, absolutely. She is, I think, one of the most incredible things about Carlena that most people don't see is her leadership ability. What she does in practice, she has taken all these younger girls under her wing, have supported, encouraged, tries to help demonstrate, and they definitely look up to her as a role model, and that actually transpires outside the gym too. She has quite a few leadership roles within the school, in the school district, and the section as well. So I think that kind of makes her stand out a little bit more that most people don't see with the behind-the-scenes piece.
And Carlena, how does the coach motivate you during those practices? Like, what does she do? What kind of training methods work best for you to help you get better?
Yeah, she definitely always is encouraging me, but the team as well and stuff like that. We also pick up a lot of the corrections. Like, we're not all going to do everything right the first time, so when she gives us the corrections, it's super helpful. So we can do it right and make sure we're running our plays right and doing our drills right. But we practice a lot of, like, real in-game scenarios and stuff like that, which I think definitely help translates to our playing time, especially having so many girls that haven't played at the varsity level yet. So I think that was definitely a game changer that she implemented into our practices.
Now, when you look back at when you first started playing basketball, the first couple points you got, did you ever think that you would reach this goal? Was this your target from the beginning, or was this kind of way out there and now here you are?
Yeah, it was definitely always a focus from the beginning. I always had seen that poster in the gym. Obviously, there's a few more names on it now and stuff like that, but I always trained with the wantingness to just be the best I could and obviously score, but also just win games. Like, it's fun when you win. So that was a big focus my 8th grade year, just win games. I loved the group of kids I was playing with that year, so that helped me a lot, especially being so young. But I think this was always my goal, and achieving it just kind of made little me proud, definitely, which was very nice.
And Coach, how do you continue to challenge her and other players? Like, can you give us some tips to your coaching that helps motivate her?
Well, as she said, things don't always go right the first time through, and I think that's just a life lesson in general, learning to deal with some adversity and being able to adjust and be flexible. So I try to install that among my practices as well. We always have these little competitions that they're trying to beat their own score or a team score, and I think that overall helps, challenge Carlena, and she steps up again in that leadership role. And throughout the drills, you hear her encouraging her teammates, asking them to do more or change something to kind of improve.
And Carlena, do you have any new goals now that you've hit the 1,000? I mean, you mentioned sectionals earlier. I know we were kind of joking about the 2,000, but do you have another goal set in mind already?
We have a leading scorer. The female leading scorer at our school is around 12.
between 12 and 13.
1,300. So it'd be nice to become the all-time leading scorer at Fabius, or female scorer. The all-time leading scorer is pretty high up there. He's at 15-12, so that might be a stretch, but if we make a sectional run, anything's possible, and I'm going to continue working to just get better, make my team better, and keep winning, obviously.
Just have your teammates always pass you the ball, and you can make it. You can hit that 1,500.
Yeah, we'll see.
Coach, what stands about her growth from when you first started coaching her to now? Like, what have you seen her improve on over the years?
I think it's the internal motivation. She kind of was not along for the ride, but just kind of enjoyed the ride.
Yeah.
8th grade year, she kind of mentioned a few minutes ago. And she's really kind of stepped up every year, wanting to do more, asking for more. We have a lot of side conversations, the two of us, about different things. And, what she can do better, how she can help out the team. And she's definitely a team first type of player, which is exactly what you want, and someone who does, as well as she does. She wants the team to win, almost more so for them than herself.
We had mentioned a little bit earlier about how sports kind of shape people as a person in general. How do you think basketball has shaped you as a person off the court?
I think it's definitely helped a lot with, my compassionate. I've been injured, and I have empathy and compassion for other people that are injured or people that are hurting, but I also think sports just help make people more well-rounded, which is a big thing when you're trying to understand more diverse dynamics, overcoming adversity, things like that. And so I think it's just it's definitely helped my leadership roles. As Coach has said, I do hold a lot of those. But it also just gives you a family outside of your real family, which is amazing. And it's provided so many opportunities for me that have shaped me in ways I don't even think I've understood yet, which has been a super cool aspect of just playing team sports.
Coach, I'll pose the same question to you. How do you think the sports help shape these students as they get ready for the next chapter of their life, college and whatever else?
Yeah, I think team sports is a great opportunity for a lot of young athletes. It definitely teaches you how to work with different people. Very rarely are you going to be in a job where you're solo. So it teaches the kids to adapt, to be flexible, to understand different perspectives, and how to work together and collaborate. That's what I enjoy most about the team sports.
We mentioned college. It's going to be here before you know it. Do you have any plans to continue playing basketball or anything in the future?
Yeah, I do plan on playing basketball in college. I haven't said publicly where yet. I'm still trying to make a little bit of some decisions, but I'm very excited. I will be playing basketball at the Division III level in the future, but I'm very excited for that in that next chapter, especially after watching my brother go and play. So I'm really excited.
That's awesome, and we'll look forward to seeing where you end up and
Thank you.
And seeing you set a record there and a record there as well, hopefully. Coach, what goals do you have for the team for the rest of the season?
Yeah, we had an exciting first game.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we've not played since then, but we do have a game tonight that we're looking forward to getting back out there. Just using that win as a motivator to kind of continue doing so as the season goes. We're pretty excited. We do have a young team, but a team that's working really, really hard, working well together, and just excited to play the game of basketball. And so I think that's gonna help us going forward.
One thing about sports is you always have memories. I've been out of high school a long time. I still remember a lot of my memories from when I played soccer or ran track. What are some of the memories, I'll pose this to both of you, that you remember over the years that stand out about your time with basketball?
I think some of them definitely weren't even my accomplishments. Just seeing the team win hard games. We won some real ones, but even losing together were memories that we always made fun. We always had fun together. Some of my first points on varsity and my first 3, I remember that was a big part. I was like, okay, I'm here and I can play this sport and I can play with these older girls. So that was a big memory, but 1,000 points definitely stands out the most. Yeah, I think.
I worked very hard with my teammates as well. We had quite a trajectory from my freshman year to my senior year, and I also got to play 3 of those varsity years with my sister. Which I think was a pretty special moment for not only myself and her, but our family. And I actually, too, scored 1,000 points when I played for Fabius, so we do share that, which has been kind of fun, kind of behind the scenes look there. So I think just working together with all my teammates, the community is very supportive, and it's been the same since I graduated. Everyone is there to help and support, and excited for everybody who's out on the court.
That's amazing that you both hit that 1,000 point mark, and now you get to kind of share this
Yeah.
goal together.
Yes.
Yeah, it's super nice. And like during the game, like she knew what I was going through, so it was definitely nice to have a coach that's been in your shoes before.
Carlena, I'll save the tough question for last. What is your message to any young girls that might want to be getting into sports but might be a little hesitant? Like, what's your advice to them?
Sports have brought me my best memories, my best friends, the most supportive community is always behind me, so that's been awesome. But I would say just keep persisting. You might have a bad game, you might have a bad practice, but you're going to ultimately put your shoes back on, put your cleats back on, whatever sport you play. Just keep trying because it does get better, and you will have so much fun with it if you continue on, and you'll make memories that will last you a lifetime.
All right, Carlena Wallace, 1,000 points, Fabius Pompey High School. Congratulations again.
Thank you so much.
All
I
right,
really
thank you.
appreciate it.
Thank you to you and Sarah as well for coming in.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you.
And remember, if anything's going on in your school you want us to talk about, you can always email me anytime, coolschools@localsyr.com.
Download the WSYR Plus app on your TV to stream News Channel 9 for free. Just go to your smart TV, search WSYR Plus in the App Store, and download to start streaming today.